going on, everybody? It's another beautiful day. You are watching Hot 97 News, a brand new live news show where we talk about all the biggest stories across the country. It is Thursday, February 5th, and I'm your host, Lana Harris, here with Rondell with two N's and Million.
Hey.
And it is still Black History Month, people.
Yeah. Amen, brother. Amen.
So here is Rondell with two N's with your 1 minute of Black excellence.
Here today, 1 minute of Black excellence. And today, in 1963, Wendell Scott became the first Black driver to win a top-level NASCAR race. And officials were so unprepared for a Black winner, they gave the trophy to a wrong driver, a white man, and quietly mailed Wendell his trophy. Now, that's not a trophy presentation. That's an Amazon Prime segregation edition. You know what I mean? So here's the thing. Shout out to Wendell Scott, the only man to win a NASCAR race and get the trophy on a payment plan. All right? So, Wendell Scott, you got a trophy in our book, baby, and that's been 1 minute of Black excellence.
Amen, brother. Amen. Power to the people.
Power
to the people. That's crazy that they gave it to somebody else.
Gave it to somebody, totally, the whole nother person.
They said, wait a minute.
Yeah. They say, and the winner is Wendell Scott. Wendell Scott. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on now. Yeah, and that just goes to show you, though, Million, yet again, we are good at something other than basketball and football.
Listen.
Amen.
Look.
Amen.
Listen, I will say, I had to double check a couple times, make sure he was Black. I thought my eyes were playing a little trick on me.
So here's the thing, man. Black people, we come in all different shades and colors, you know what I mean? He just got a little melanated deficiency, you know what I mean? But he's still, with a name like Wendell,
right.
Oh, that's a Black man.
Right.
Last name what? Scott. Yep.
So right. Old.
That's it right there. That's
one of them
right
old
there.
Black names, too.
Yeah.
Wendell. Come on, Wendell.
Okay, well, hopping into the news, border czar Tom Homan finally done brought some order and peace back to Minnesota. He said yesterday that hundreds of agents were leaving immediately. Here's a piece from what he said.
I have announced effective immediately. We will draw down 700 people effective today. During my press conference last week, I announced that moving forward, ICE will be conducting targeted immigration enforcement operations, like ICE has traditionally done for decades, based on reasonable suspicion to question and detain.
Nice.
So it seems like all those people who are saying this is looking a little sus, nobody's ever done immigration enforcement like this before and we don't like it, kind of had a point. He's saying, we've been doing immigration enforcement, so we're going to go back to the way we were doing it before, which was targeted. So we'll break all this down, as we talk about this. But basically, he did a press conference yesterday, and he said, I do this. I've been doing this. He was talking with a couple of guys who were on stage with him, and they said, between the three of them, they had just shy of 100 years of law enforcement and immigration enforcement behind them. So he is really the big dog when it comes to this stuff. And he said that he's talked to the governor, the mayor, and a lot of other people out there in Minnesota. And they now have an unprecedented amount of counties communicating with them about illegal immigrants in the jails. So now ICE can just come in and take them into custody right there in the jail before they hit the street.
Right.
Which is smart.
I mean...
This is like a really good replacement for Greg Bovino. Like I'm so glad they went in there and got that trench coat wearing. I'll call him a trench coat wearer. I'm so glad they got him up out of there and put this guy in here because Homan, he has an extensive history in law enforcement. He served as a police officer in the 80s at one point in time. So he knows how to do these procedures and hopefully it trickles down to the other ICE agents out there.
Yeah. Because to your point, the whole time you've been saying, and people who like you have been saying, like, we want immigration enforcement, but this is not the way. And so what Tom Homan said was that basically the way that they're doing it now is more efficient. It requires 1 or 2 officers to take these people into custody instead of 8 to 10 out in these streets trying to do it. It frees up more officers to remove more people. So the target list is decreasing and they just don't need all the people out there anymore. So 700 of them can leave. That's CBP and ICE, Border Patrol agents and ICE agents who are all going to be leaving.
Yeah.
Now, I wonder if they're going to locate them to other cities now, because, Atlanta was getting, stuff like that. So I'm like, are they going to just take those ICE agents out of Minneapolis and just go, all right, well, now we got to disperse these 700 people to other cities now and go, regulate the illegal immigrants in these other cities? Or is it just like, hey, all of y'all are cut, no more jobs, 700 fired.
Yeah, no, he actually mentioned that some of these agents are from New York or LA, and they have problems in those cities as well, so that they could go back to where they're from and just start doing illegal immigration enforcement there as well. It's just going to be done in a more targeted approach.
Yeah.
And in fact, Trump was asked about this because I thought, ooh, is Trump good with this? Is he not? But apparently this has been very unpopular because there are people who are going to ride with Trump until the wheels fall off. And I'm sure Trump felt himself that a lot of these protesters were either just being dramatic or they just wanted to abolish ICE and just wasn't on the board of what he was trying to do. But I think he's even realized himself that no, there was probably some problematic ways that we were carrying this stuff out. So here's what he said about it.
Mr. President, speaking of Minneapolis, what did you learn?
I learned that maybe we can use a little bit of a softer touch, but you still have to be tough. These are criminals. We're dealing with really hard criminals.
What's a softer touch mean though? Like I wonder how soft is he? You know what I'm saying? Like what does that necessarily mean?
What? Oh, well, naturally less. Like at one point we were saying 8 people to 1 arrest.
Yeah, true.
You're gonna have a naturally softer touch
True.
when it's just 2 officers to 1 person, you know?
Yeah.
Not only that, but like we're not going to be following random people around and just like stopping cars and boxing them in and drawing our guns and asking for their identification. You know, that would be considered a harder touch.
Yeah.
And that's what Tom Homan is saying. Like, we're not just going to go out and do these roving patrols anymore. But he did say, don't get it twisted. We're still doing illegal immigration enforcement. And if they are going after somebody and they realize, there's a bunch of illegal immigrants around them, however they determine that, they're not just going to be like, well, we're still leaving because they're not on our list. They're still going to be doing immigration enforcement. But yeah, they're not just going to be roving around and just grabbing people and terrorizing the city as they've been accused of doing.
So the only thing I have, the only backing, just pushback about this that I have is that there are, like we said before, bad apples inside of the bunch.
For sure.
That these folks will take it upon themselves to step over the boundaries that have been put in place by these officials and say, hey, I don't care what they say. I'm gonna do ICE how I'm gonna do ICE. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go in here and regulate how I'm gonna regulate. And that's the only thing that really scares me the most is like, you have those people that essentially will do that and will not have any regards to what the government is saying. Like, hey, y'all have to start doing it like this. We can no longer put 4 or 5 people on one person. We can no longer do that. You know what I mean? But there will be those people that go in and just say, I don't care. So yeah, you're dismantling and you're sending out 700 people back to their home states and back to this. But once they get back to their home states, it's almost like, all right, well, I was over in Minneapolis doing it like this over there, so we got to do it like this over here, regardless of what they say. I don't care what they say. We got to do it like this. And that's the part that really scares me because you don't have that jurisdiction to even make those calls, but I guarantee people probably will be, those bad apples will make those calls 100%.
Well, this is why I personally hope that this also sends a message to those ICE agents. Because right now, from where I sit, I can't tell if those bad apples became so rotten because of the culture. Because clearly Greg Bovino was saying things to them that had the situation what it was.
Had him hyped up.
He was in court himself accused of lying, admitted to lying in some of these interactions that he was having with protesters that got hot for really no reason. Tear gas being thrown, rocks being thrown, all this kind of stuff. So I think that Tom Homan coming in there and being like, look, we're streamlining the process. This is the one chain of command. This is what we're doing. And these are the rules. I would hope that those people went out to wherever they're going to be sent to and just take that frame of mind. Because I do see, if I was an ICE agent and I'm, I got to do this. This is the charge I've been given. This is my job. And I'm constantly just getting hate and like spit at and get stuff thrown at me and, think people are just constantly insulting me, locking me out of buildings and all this kind of stuff. I could see those people going out on the street and being like, man, bump y'all too. I'm going to be aggressive towards y'all too. I would hope that this makes all of it dial back. Like, you know what I mean? Like Greg Bovino kind of had a culture, it seems to me, that made it seem hot for both sides. I hate you. We're all just hating each other. Now it's like, okay, we're not just going to be harassing all the citizens. We're going to go in a targeted approach. We're going to get who we need to get and we're going to get out. And he said, we're going to be there as long as it takes to get down this targeted list. And that depends on how much we get heckled. You know what I mean? If you guys are blocking streets, if you guys are interfering with our investigations, then we're going to be there longer. So, I mean, it is what it is.
It is. And I don't see it really getting too worse from here on because, like I said earlier, it was a group of them all together. It almost created like a mob mindset or a gang mindset. They really thought they was untouchable because they had so many people with them. And you could see them like all ganging up in that Alex Preddy video. It was like 10 of them to one person almost, it seemed. So everybody's jumping on them. They just felt power hungry in a sense. So when they do go back and they start dispersing, they'll start realizing like, okay, I don't have as much backing as before. I don't got people to back me up. And also, like I said, Holman, he seems like he has a decent head on his shoulder. I mean, I'm looking at it. It says he had a presidential rank award in 2015 under Obama. So like, bro, he seems like he's in the straight and narrow. I don't know. I don't know what Bavino was doing.
Yeah.
But what he was doing was clearly wrong. Yeah. So Holman, I think he's the right guy for this from here on out.
Yeah, he's about to calm things down for
Yeah.
sure. Hopefully.
Right.
Hopefully.
Also, this morning, crazy story that we really haven't covered that much, but there's now just been so many developments, you kind of can't stay away from it. NBC News anchor Savannah Guthrie's mom was taken for ransom. And she just posted a video with her siblings, just kind of asking for proof that she's alive and just talking about, how devastated they are. Have you guys heard about this story?
Yeah, I've seen the. Yeah.
I heard about it today.
Yeah.
Today is the first time I heard about it.
So her mom, Nancy Guthrie, is 84 years old. She lives in Arizona, and she was last seen on Saturday around 9:30 p.m. when family dropped her off. But then people realized something might have been a little off the next day because she didn't show up for church. So she constantly shows up for church. Members of the church get a little worried. They called her family. The family called 911. And when officers showed up, they eventually realized that there were signs that she might have been taken against her will. And eventually they confirmed that, yes, it does seem that she definitely was abducted from the house. They just haven't given any details on what makes them say that. And so people have had some questions about that as well. But authorities then did just an extensive search out there. They had volunteers looking for her, K-9 units, drones, helicopters, Border Patrol was out there, the FBI was out there, and they still haven't been able to find her. What's really strange is that a couple of news outlets then got a ransom note, like TMZ and a local Arizona news affiliate got a ransom note on Tuesday morning demanding a specific amount of Bitcoin. The mountain's in the millions. They didn't release how much. And the note demands that the cryptocurrency be sent to a specific Bitcoin address. And then that note also reportedly contained specific details about the house and what Nancy Guthrie would have been wearing that night, I guess to give it validity. Apparently, officials asked them not to share a lot of details from that note, so you won't see that much else about it. But on Wednesday, Savannah Guthrie and her siblings posted this really emotional video acknowledging the ransom and just, talking to their mom. And here's a piece of that.
On behalf of our family, we too have heard the reports about a ransom letter in the media. We are doing everything that we can. However, we live in a world where voices and images are easily manipulated. We need to know without a doubt that she is alive and that you have her. We want to hear from you, and we are ready to listen. Mommy, if you are hearing this, your children will not rest until we are together again.
That family is strong. Like, I wouldn't have been able to get in front of a camera and I would have been in tears. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I would have been bawling. Like that family is strong for sure.
Yeah.
My biggest question is why? I think when I see stuff like this, I always ask the question of why.
Yeah.
Like, why her mom? You know what I mean? Like, why did they choose her mom? You know what I mean? I don't know how much Savannah Guthrie makes on, NBC, but why? Why did they choose her? Like, is this a stalker situation of Savannah Guthrie? Is this a bad ex? You know what I'm saying? There's so many things to think about when it comes to stuff like this that I don't think people actually think about. I think their first thought is, oh, it's sad. And it very much is sad. But my criminal detective mind goes, okay, why?
Yeah.
What's the backing of this? Did y'all owe somebody money? You know what I mean? So that's where my head goes. But I mean, it sucks, but
it's crazy. And honestly, that's not a bad question because I think when I first heard that, I thought this is the most random thing I've heard in a very long time.
1000%.
You know what I mean? Because if you're going after somebody for ransom, you wouldn't necessarily just think I'm going to go after like a news anchor's mom. You might think a news anchor's child. You might think a government official's somebody, you know, a news anchor. It is very strange. And, you know, like you said, they were strong as they were reading those letters. It kind of looked a little like they scripted it out. You know, she had said something and the sister had said something, and, you know, they read from whatever paper they had there. But it was just, I mean, just devastating. I was just thinking like, man, what if my mom, you know, you hate to think about your own parent.
And that's what I had to think about when I seen this situation. Cause it's like, I mean, we're in the entertainment industry right now. You know, we're giving news and we're doing local news. Who knows? People could listen to this. And if we say the wrong thing, if we scratch at people the wrong way or cover a story the wrong way, who knows? People could try and, I don't know, take it this far, I guess. This is what it's almost like setting a precedent. I'm kind of scared as a entertainer now, you know?
Yeah, it definitely does suck. But I do know this, and I know how the social media world works. This will be the top of TikTokers investigation videos for like a minute. Just and it's not even in a sense of like they don't believe them or this, that, and the third. It's just that's how people on there are. You know what I mean? They want to see. And they want to investigate more than the investigators investigate.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would like to see how this all unfolds. And I hope her mom gets back safely. You know what I'm saying? So
that's interesting that you mentioned that, because I also saw comments where people were very suspicious. Under this same video. If you go and look in the comments, a lot of it is overwhelming support and heartfelt prayers and whatnot. But then there's an element of people who are like, hold on, we want to look into this. This kind of looks like what's going on here. And I think that's a very natural response as well, because
100%.
this does not happen here. I literally can't remember the last time a news anchor's anybody was kidnapped and held for ransom. You know what I mean? So of course the rumor mill is going, and there have also been theories about why this happened to her. We don't want to repeat any of them because we don't know. We don't want to spread any speculation. It's just, it is very interesting. Can tell you that there's a $2,500 reward being offered for information that leads to her recovery. She is said to have some health issues, which is kind of a piece of what we didn't have in our video there. But that basically said, you know, she's got some pain that she deals with. So the medication she uses, A, helps keep her alive, but B, helps keep her out of pain. And so, you know, when you think about that, it's just devastating. So we'll keep our eye on that, you know, for any substantial updates on that. But
$2,500 for the reward.
I was thinking the same thing.
If it was my mama,
I was thinking the same thing.
I mean, this is no judgment to Miss Savannah Guthrie or anything like that. I'm just speaking on me.
If
it was my mother, $2,500 wouldn't even scratch the surface.
Wouldn't scratch it.
I'm calling aunties and uncles and saying, hey, y'all send me a $10,000. Everybody send $10,000. We're gonna put it together and try to get her back. That's me though. I'm speaking on me. Just want to let y'all know I'm not Savannah. That's what I'm speaking on myself. That's what I would do with my mother. But $2,500 just don't sound like enough to me.
You know what? I'm actually looking up right now how much is the reward for Savannah Guthrie's mom. Maybe it increased, because when this kind of thing happens, sometimes the reward money will start off at a certain amount and then different community members will throw things in. But yeah, the reward amount, at least as of right now, is $2,500. And to your point, like I would have put my life savings, you know what I mean? For my mom, it's like, please, anybody.
We going broke for this. We going broke.
You know, it's all very, very interesting. Apparently the reward is being funded by donations from local business leaders. So yeah, I mean, I would imagine maybe, people are questioning that low reward as well.
Yeah,
I mean, it's something to be,
that's a normal reaction.
Yeah.
So for everybody out there that's thinking like it's a normal reaction to think like, what could be it could go this way or that way. That's just normal for a human to think that way when in circumstances like this. It could go this way, it could go this way or that way. This could be happening or this could be happening. We don't know all the things, so all we have to do is speculate. But I'm not gonna give out my speculation.
Right.
But I mean, we just speculate. So but the end all, we would like her home safely. We don't want to see nobody getting kidnapped and died and all that stuff.
Yeah.
We want her home safely. So Savannah, I hope your mom does get home safely for sure.
Yeah. Well, another thing that is actually happening today, there is a treaty that the United States has with Russia that expires today. This is a nuclear weapons treaty. So now everybody's wondering if we're headed for a nuclear arms race. So this is a START treaty. The new START treaty expires February 5th. This is basically what limits everybody's nuclear capabilities. It caps each side, Russia and the United States, at 1,550 deployed strategic nuclear warheads. So these are the big old country destroying ones. They're, potentially on long range missiles or bombers or submarines. And so this is basically for the first time in decades, there's not going to be any binding limit on the two biggest nuclear arsenals in the world. And it also means that they had some built-in sharing measures that will also expire. And so the stuff that they had in the treaty that mandated that they share data and have inspections so everybody could check and make sure the other wasn't secretly building up a big old nuclear arsenal has also expired. So that wasn't really going smoothly anyway, because there were always hiccups with the inspections and delays and the data sharing. And so, but it does make it so that there is none of it now unless they re-up this.
So what does that mean? What is an arms race? What is that a nuclear arms race? What does that technically mean? The first one to put it up in the air, or
no? And so this is all a very dramatic way of talking about what really just happened, because arms race, the news has to be dramatic.
Yeah.
It basically means that we have something that says we will not be making all of these nukes.
Okay.
And you guys will not be making all of these nukes. Without this, I might want to keep creating more and more and more and more nukes to make sure I have more than you.
I got you.
In case you ever do something to me, because what if you hit my nuclear arsenal and you take out 50 of them? Well, I had 100, so I got 50 more. So now I got to build up to make sure I can withstand any pressure from you if you end up shooting my stuff down, and you got to do the same thing, and both of us have to just do all this. It's honestly all nonsense.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about, again, country destroying nuclear weapons. Mm-hmm. So as soon as you fire off one nuke, a whole nuclear war pops off and the whole world is dead. That's why I think this is insane, because these are just people who have the ability to wipe countries off the map. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I want people to realize, though, I don't want people to take this and make it seem like it's about to be the end of the world because of anything like this. Because at the end of the day, rules don't really exist. This treaty was just like it's like a showcase. Like I'm saying that I'm gonna give you my word, and you're saying that you're gonna give me your word, but I don't necessarily have to listen to it. But I'm trusting that you listen to it, and that's why you put the trust in me that I listen to it. But if we wanted to take it there this whole entire time, there's nothing that was really stopping us. I mean, technically the treaty, but people break their promises all the time. People break rules all the time. So just realize, I don't think it's going to get to any point to where we're going to start, get into the point to nuclear war. And I hope they can create another treaty and stick to the words on the treaty also.
Hey, and so does the Pope. Pope weighed in and was like, please figure this out. He says, it is more urgent than ever to substitute the logic of fear and distrust with a shared ethos capable of guiding choices towards the common good, and to make peace a treasure to be cherished by all. Of course, the Pope's going to say something like that.
I like how you think that's how the Pope sound.
How did you want me to do it?
I don't know.
Why don't you give me the rendition of the Pope? Please. Since I ain't do it right, please.
You're right. My bad, player. My bad. If that's your Pope, that's your Pope. You know what I'm saying?
That's how the Pope, that's how I would say it. I mean, but the whole point is y'all need to figure this out. Now, it's kind of stickier than last time, because I guess before it was just the U.S. and Russia having to agree to this. And right now, the U.S. says that China should be included, and Russia says the United Kingdom and France should be included. So it's not as cut and dry. But yeah, this really doesn't mean anything. It's not mean, like you said, it's not meaning that nuclear war is about to pop off. But to me, this says that both sides might just start wasting a ton of money for just in case.
And that's unfortunate, because it costs a lot of money to make just one nuke.
Boy,
we got an arsenal of them. We got a lot of them things. And like you said, it's like you blew up 50 of mine, but I got 100 more, and you just used like 10 of yours to do it, and you only got 20 left. Oh, well, I'm gonna keep on going.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So it can get taken there. It can get taken there.
And which is something that we've kind of been talking about with Greenland and the Golden Dome. There are also concerns that if one side builds better defenses like the Golden Dome, the other side may add more warheads just to make sure some still get through. So I wonder if maybe Russia says, we will agree to this new treaty if you give up Greenland and this Golden Dome, because if you build a Golden Dome to protect from me, then suddenly I have to start thinking, do I need to be a threat? Like, what do you plan to do to me that you feel like you need to be protecting yourself from me?
Right.
You know, it's like,
The treaty is supposed to keep you safe, right? That's what we agreeing on. The treaty is supposed to keep us safe. We're not supposed to have golden domes.
that's what I mean. It's a logical conclusion. You know what I mean? Because yeah, if you build a Golden Dome that can withstand all of the nuclear missiles in the world, then I do need to create as many as possible to make sure I still am a threat to you.
Right.
Man, are we already out of time on this here half hour? We have a lot more stories for you, to include the Epstein files. I don't care if you're sick of it, because we got a crazy, crazy development with these Epstein files today. Poland's people want to get to the bottom of it, even if people here in the United States do not. Those people said, yeah, we're talking about pedos.
What?
And we're not playing around with this. Wait till we tell you what the people of Poland are about to do. We also have troops in Nigeria,
Okay.
which I didn't know about. So we have so much to talk about. Do not go anywhere. We are right back after this short break.
A major move today. Hot 97 is expanding.
Hot 97 has launched a full streaming television channel.
Hot 97 is no longer just a radio station, it's now a streaming network.
Welcome to Hot 97 News. Let's dive into the news, because the news has been newsing.
Hot 97 Mornings with Merrill. We got Shiny Culture in the building. Leah Bell in the building.
Good morning.
And DJ Cass One.
You know what it is. You know how I get down with the Funk Flex energy, baby.
Let's get it, Flex.
Nobody don't want no smoke.
Wow, it got spicy real fast. Here for it all.
We're here for it all.
Let's go. Mariah Carey takeover.
The people made it happen.
Yeah.
I'm coming around to all the classrooms and we turning up.
Good morning, students. My name is Wale. Aren't you supposed to be in class?
Where are you supposed to be?
Oh, man, you supposed to be in class, man.
Rihanna has become a true worldwide icon.
Congratulations on the job. We listen to Hot 97 every day. We can't wait to hear you guys even more.
Hey, let's go!
Get ready. The legend is on your screen. Funk Flex, the man who defines hip-hop, is bringing the heat from the radio booth to your TV.
Where my camera at? That's my camera? All right.
The biggest beats, the hottest freestyles, and that classic Flex energy.
Bars are back.
Now in your living room. Don't just hear it, watch the movement. Funk Flex, now on Hot 97 TV, Mondays and Fridays at 7:30 p.m.
Welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta. First, here with Rondell with 2 N's.
What it do? Give it up to you.
And Million.
Hey, the fact that this is a reality.
Brand new live news show. I'm your host, Lana Harris. There is so much going on in this country and in this world.
Civil unrest. Nobody's going to trust that. Any of
This sounds, like I said, it sounds good.
Yeah.
It does sound beneficial.
Welcome back to Hot 97 News. Hey, man, Poland wants to get to the bottom of this unprecedented pedophile scandal. That's what they called it. Finally, somebody is taking the Epstein file seriously because this is crazy.
Out of all the people, Poland.
I mean, look, that came out of nowhere to me.
Yeah, I mean, give our Congress something, right? They got the Clintons on trial.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
They claim, we'll see what happens with that. We'll get to that. That's funny that you mentioned that. We'll get to that in a second. So Poland's Prime Minister Donald Tusk just announced that he's opening a formal review and investigation into all the Epstein files that were just dropped to see if there are any Polish-linked victims, suspects, or leads. So here are some of his quotes from that announcement he made. He said, because this was in his language, he says, "We cannot allow that any of the cases involving abuse of Polish children by the network of pedophiles and the organizers of this satanic circle, Mr. Epstein, be treated lightly." He went on to say, "More and more leads, more and more information, and more commentary in the global press all relate to the suspicion that this unprecedented pedophilia scandal was co-organized by Russian intelligence services." And he also said, "I don't need to tell you how serious the increasingly likely possibility that Russian intelligence services co-organize this operation is for the security of the Polish state." He's saying this is for our national security as well. He says this can only mean that they also possess compromising materials against many leaders still active today. He is saying what I have been waiting for literally anybody in our government to say and stand on business about, which some people have, but not in any kind of serious way.
Mm-hmm.
It's our government who's behind the Epstein drop, and they're censoring all the things that need to be censored, and they're not censoring and redacting things that don't need to be censored and redacted, even though we've seen names in there to and from in those emails be redacted. For what? Who are you protecting?
Right.
So I thought this was great.
So when he was saying we still have compromising things on other countries and things like that, is he kind of alleging that, we're still kind of using that as an angle? Like if we needed to get something done, we have the intelligence over you, and maybe we can make you do something because we have these files, or we still have these files and pictures of your officials.
So not them. Can you pull up his quote again? So he's basically saying, the third one, pull up quote number 3. "This can only mean that they also possess compromising materials against many leaders still active today." He's saying he believes that Russia has compromising materials against people who are in leadership right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that's why he's like, we're going to look into this. In fact, he says that he wants prosecutors and security services there in Poland to quickly do a detailed file-by-file analysis of every Epstein document that's currently public. And if needed, he says that Poland's going to ask the U.S. for access to undisclosed files that could involve potential Polish victims or Polish clues.
Yeah, I mean, he's standing on business, and I like that. And actually, I wish I was in Poland so I can try to get, getting them files like them, because they probably gonna actually do the extensive research on the facts. They like, bruh, y'all probably done came over here, grabbed some of our people. We don't know that. We want to know if y'all got some of our girls over. We want to know this, and I would love to be in Poland reading through them documents, and hopefully hopefully somebody on their team puts a nice summary of 1923-page summary of what's going on in them files, bro. Because if he's saying they're reading page by page, ooh.
Now, that's the thing I do question with this. It's like, what could Poland actually expect to do with this? Are they claiming that when they do get the files, if we was to allow them access to it, are we gonna be the one, like, what would they do? What would be the repercussions that they could possibly, like,
I mean, I don't know. I think if you're Poland, if I'm literally any country, you've seen now allegations, not even allegations, you've seen the Norway crown princess said to be mentioned in there, dozens, if not hundreds of times. You've seen Andrew from the UK lose all his titles for being swept up in this as well. He's sitting here, okay, well, were any Polish children involved in this? Right. Are any Polish leaders involved in this? We're going to do some digging and make sure if we can give you guys a clue, shoot, clearly you guys need clues. Nobody's going to jail. Clearly you guys need some clues. So we're going to go file by file and look at this ourselves. I think that's great.
You know how sad it is that another country has to look over here and be like, y'all ain't doing it right. Let me get that real quick. Let me show y'all how it's done. Give me them files. Let me show y'all how it's done, because all y'all need to be in jail. Every single last one of y'all need to be in jail. And I'm going to make sure that we get it, that we make it happen. I don't know who I need to call with. I'm going to make sure I need to happen. So I respect Poland for that, bro. I respect y'all for that.
He said, the prime minister there said that Epstein appeared to have access to very large sums of money with unclear origin. Nobody knows where he got his money from. I'm sure some people know, but publicly it's not really clear. I've heard myself like 3 different stories of where he got his money from. And he claims that Epstein was working with young Russian women who were pimped out by him. So yeah, he just wants to see how far this thing goes.
Yeah.
Shoot.
I mean, I would like to see it, because I've been hearing theories about how Epstein was at one point, or could have been seen as like a spy for another country at times. And that the reason why he was getting so much money is because the countries that he was working for were sending him money so that he could extort the rich, the highest people in power out here in America. So if they was to get the files and release that would be groundbreaking news.
And see, I don't even know if they could release, if they were sent like the undisclosed ones, you know, like what would that even mean?
That's what I'm
saying. Mark?
That's what I'm saying. Like Poland, I mean, I get that you mean well, but America ain't letting you get in there, because that's giving you too much leverage over America at that point. There's elites that we've been trying to protect here. We have people that's running the country here. We're not going to just let you get it.
At the same time, all the files were supposed to be dropped. I keep forgetting this. They're not supposed to have undisclosed files. By the law, they're supposed to have been dropped all this stuff.
All 55 million of them. 55 million pages or something like that. It's a lot of pages. All of them were supposed to be dropped, bro.
So compare that with how the U.S. president is talking about what's going on with the files. Because like you mentioned, Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton were supposed to be testifying. They were just about to hold them in contempt of court for not complying with the subpoenas to have them come in and testify. And here's what President Trump had to say about that.
It bothers me that somebody's going after Bill Clinton. See, I like Bill Clinton. I still like Bill.
What do you like about him?
I liked his behavior toward me. I thought he got me. He understood me.
The hand motions is crazy.
Hey, now hearing that, and then hearing, reading the emails of him, Bubba and all, that makes that way more funnier. Not to say that happened, but it is hilarious to hear. I like Bill Clinton. I like Bill Clinton.
He kept doing this with his hands. I like Bill Clinton. What you like about Bill Clinton? What you like about Bill Clinton, DT? What you like about him, man? I don't know. You gotta watch the body language. You gotta watch the body language. The body language tells everything.
That's hilarious, bro.
Y'all know Trump always does this with his hands.
Oh, that is hilarious, bro. That is hilarious.
Crazy. But when you side by side it, what are we talking about here? Like, one is just like, oh my God, we're talking about pedophiles. We're talking about us, like these satanic people who are accused of doing things to children. And on the other side, you got, I hate that he's going down for this, and Bill Clinton is all over the files. If we're being serious, you know what I mean? Like calling a spade here. I don't care what party these people are with. If they are in these files, they have some questions to answer. So at least Poland gets it.
Yeah. And maybe he's just trying to suck up to them before they actually go on trial, because they've been claiming that they got some hot stuff that they want to talk about when they get subpoenaed and they go on trial. So it's like one of those things where it's like maybe he's trying to suck up to them now. Have y'all seen like interviews of people asking like Trump about the Epstein files and how defensive he gets, how angry he gets?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Quick he gets to shut it down.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, DT. You're in trouble.
Yeah, all of them know they're in trouble. Like, imagine, here's the funny thing. Me and my homeboy had this conversation the other day. I mean, and this is just our theory. So what if Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton, they walk into, they go to court and out walks their first gosh, what am I saying?
I don't know.
Not the evidence. The
lawyer?
Not the lawyer.
The picture?
No, the person that
it's like a game show.
Not the victim. Not the victim.
Suspect?
Wait,
Golly.
repeat your sentence.
Okay,
again. Yeah.
so Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton, they walk into court.
Is this
all
a
right?
joke? Walk
And
into a bar.
No, there's not. and then my first anyway.
Calling my first person to the
Calling
stand.
my first person to the stand. My first witness to the stand.
There you go.
And then
I thought we said witness.
I don't know. Y'all said it. Anyway, and then Jeffrey Epstein walks out, and then just like,
I'm still
surprise,
alive.
what's happening? I just want to let y'all know. Y'all thought I was, nope, been alive this whole time. Just watching everybody burn. Just watch everybody burn.
You know who I have not seen in the Epstein files?
Who?
Michael Jackson.
Oh.
Haven't seen him.
And what did they say about him? Oh, he loved little boys. Oh, he loved them.
What if they just like threw the meat over there for the dogs to go in and try to like attack Michael Jackson? I go down for Michael Jackson until y'all show me some evidence.
Flat out.
You know what I mean? And if they were going to drop anything about anybody, he is the main one who's had all these claims. I didn't see any evidence of wrongdoing.
So if evidence did come out on Michael Jackson, are you watching that movie that comes out this year?
For sure.
You still go watch it?
Yeah, 1,000%. If they did a movie about R. Kelly, I'm watching it too. Like, are you kidding me? What?
If there was actual evidence, like evidence against Michael Jackson, then it would change everything for me. Because we're talking about kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, to me, even R. Kelly, well, R. Kelly.
That's another,
well,
another thing. Another thing.
Well, there were,
there was tapes. There was a bunch.
So, we have our eye on it because we still care. In other news, did you know that the U.S. put troops in Nigeria? I didn't know this.
I just found out because he's been kind of bouncing around it at one point in time, like 3 months ago or something like that. But I didn't know he was actually going to do it.
I didn't either. In fact, I thought it was very random when the U.S. dropped airstrikes on Nigeria on Christmas Day.
On Christmas Day.
Christmas Day.
That's wild.
So I was like, wait a minute. Now what? Did you say Merry Christmas?
Merry Christmas.
Haven't they done enough to Africa?
What?
Haven't they done enough to Africa, U.S.? Huh?
Technically, they say that the government there in Nigeria knew about it. It was in conjunction with them, so it wasn't anything shady. But this revelation that U.S. troops were even on the ground there came to light after a gunman reportedly killed like dozens of people in Nigeria. So there was this big, violent attack that hit 2 neighboring villages in western Nigeria. And basically, gunmen went in there. They stormed the area. They killed a lot of people. They set the local leadership's house on fire. And that guy, who's called the traditional rulers, basically like the king of the village of the area, he ran. Nobody knows where he is anymore. And after that, nobody really knew what was going to happen there. The number of death, that's kind of all over the place. You have local leadership there saying that there were about 30 people who died. The Red Cross somehow believes that there's 162 people who've died. So the details are kind of all over the place in that sense. But in that scenario, government in Nigeria said that the U.S. troops were on the ground and they were going to be doing kind of just information sharing and data sharing and help with intelligence and training and that kind of thing. Not that they were physically fighting anybody, but I do think that's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, well, when you look at Nigeria, though, as a whole, they have the military, but they don't have the intelligence. I've started to do more dives in like intelligence and the importance of it. The intelligence is like extremely important. Getting data on people, getting evidence on people, creating narratives on people, extremely important. And America is like really good at that. Nigeria kind of lacks that from what I've been seeing.
So what I think is interesting though is why we are there, because there are a lot of places in Africa and a lot of places around the world in general who have issues because they have issues that the U.S. is there to kind of help solve. If you ask the United States, this is because Christians are being persecuted and there's a Christian genocide. What do you think about it?
It's never that simple. Y'all taught me this long time ago. It's never that simple. Do not take the first thing they tell you. I don't think so. From what I've been doing, my little digging that I've been seeing, it's not about that. A lot of it isn't even about oil for real, but it's just the fact that Nigeria is a really populated area. One of the most populated areas in Africa right now. They also have a good amount of resources, natural resources. Not that we still need and rely on them, but because of their positioning, they're kind of close to ISIS. And this is the people that they're claiming, from what I've seen at least, are the ones that's been like doing the damage in the areas in Nigeria to the Christians. But if ISIS is the ones that ends up taking over Nigeria, that could cause a whole different conflict. And then I've also been seeing, you know, our adversaries, our number one adversaries, China, and how they implement how they move around the country. I mean, the continent over there. And we're trying to just like be cool with Nigeria in a sense. That's basically what I've been getting from it. We don't want them to be our allies, but we still want to, you know, be friendly with them.
From what I've seen, the U.S. has counterterrorism interests in that region. So whether it's ISIS or Boko Haram or just any of these groups that are out there, they don't tell us, you know, what's really going on in the details about it all. But that's why they say, at least in part, that they're sending troops and getting involved in Nigeria in general. The whole Christian genocide thing, I don't know if that's real or not. I mean, from what I've heard, they have a lot of Muslims in the north where they were having some problems. And even people there in Nigeria will say, yes, we have a problem, but is it just the Christians being targeted? No. In fact, there are a lot of Muslims who are really getting targeted, and really people who have no religion are getting targeted. Everybody can get it out here. So just to say, you know, it's a Christian genocide kind of oversimplifies it and makes it seem like something that it's not. At the end of the day, though, I did look up how people in Nigeria receive U.S. response here and help. And there are opposing views. So there's one view that says, hey, we welcome it. We need it. Their situation is just so bad with bandits and jihadists and kidnapping that literally any intelligence and training that we can get, we want it. Right. And that kind of aligns with what Nigeria's government has said. Other people say, we would like some cooperation, but y'all got to keep this tightly controlled. We don't want to see the U.S. come up in here with a small team and then grow and then grow and then grow and then the mission expand and expand. And they want to see rules and transparency and Nigerians staying in command of their area. And they kind of see it as a little sus when officials won't tell them like where the team is based. How long are they going to be staying? What exactly they're authorized to do. They have those kinds of questions. And other people would say, this is just totally suspicious. This is about our sovereignty, our politics, our risk. Again, we don't want people just coming up in here and just starting to give demands. If it's only about training and intelligence, why are the details always so vague? You know, why aren't we really getting when and where these strikes are happening? We never get any real casualty counts. Even with the airstrikes on Christmas, they said that they got a lot of terrorists, but they didn't say how many. They didn't say if there were any casualties on the civilian side. In fact, I think I saw them say that there were just either no civilian casualties or the number was just a question mark. So they're like, you know, surely airstrikes don't have names on them. Yeah. So are you sure? You know, what about the destruction? So they just have questions. So, you know, it is interesting.
Very much so. Very much so. The Nigerian people have been also like have gripes with the government there because they're not fully transparent with us too. To your point. So it's interesting. It's very interesting to follow. I don't know.
I was just wondering, like, how do we have all this money to go in all these countries?
Thank you. I'm glad somebody said it. I'm like, goodness gracious. Trump, you lied to us, dog. You lied to us, dog. Again, I did not vote for Trump, but I mean, I was here like, yo, look, if I wasn't black, I would be voting for Trump and all this other stuff. But it's like, golly, bro. I feel like a slap in the face right now because you was saying that we're going to focus on America. We're in Nigeria, Venezuela. You talking about Cuba. You talking about going to Greenland.
Iran.
It's like, bro, everywhere but here.
Make the world great again. That's what his thing was. Make the world great again. Not make America great again. Make the world great again.
You know what? The Democrats honestly were accused for years of being the globalists and the New World Order and all that kind of stuff. I heard J.D. Vance in an interview talking about the New World Order being ushered in right now, like yesterday. So, I mean, I don't know what to believe anymore, but these people are clearly going to do whatever they want with your money, with your taxpayer dollars. Because let's all be clear,
with our
that's what it is.
Right.
Our taxpayer dollars go to fund all of this instead of, I don't know, roads, grocery prices, maybe housing subsidies, free healthcare, free college. I mean, that's where it goes.
What if we all just stop paying taxes? I'm not saying do it. I'm just saying, what if we all just stop paying taxes? I don't know how that would be possible, but what if we all just said, you know what? I'm not paying taxes. You go to the store, a shirt costs $19.99. That's what you give them, $19.99. All right, and then and it's be like, I don't pay taxes. This is what it says on the ticket. That's what I'm gonna get.
Technically, isn't that how this whole thing started? No taxation without representation.
Facts.
We're not paying no taxes anymore.
Yeah.
Technically, y'all are pushing the people to this point.
Low key.
Look, if you are not paying taxes, I don't care what they talk about. If you don't pay taxes, you're getting deported. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself, all right? The IRS don't play.
I didn't say don't pay taxes. I said, what if we all just didn't pay taxes? I'm not saying do it. I'm saying, what if we all didn't? That's just like, what if we all, that's when people didn't go to Target or anything like that. What if we all just didn't? What if we all didn't do a lot of things? You know what I mean? This whole company and stuff everything would crumble. I mean, we all just stood on one accord and just be like, hey, I'm not doing that.
Which,
they
of
can't
course,
tell everybody no.
We can't encourage.
No.
For sure. I will still
no.
be paying taxes.
Me too.
Will we still be paying taxes? But it's a thought experiment. The fact that you have people even thinking about this, I would hope would tell the government, hey, people are upset. We've got to start figuring out our budget and our needs before we start doing all this other stuff. I would imagine that their response would be, hey, national security does concern you. We are trying to keep you safe. We are in all these countries around the world to help keep you safe. That's probably what they would say as response, and your taxpayer dollars has to go towards that effort. I would just question if diplomacy could be used instead of constant force that costs a lot of freaking money. But, we have our eye on a lot of things at this point, to include the fact that Nike is getting investigated over alleged discrimination against white workers.
You don't say.
This one caught me off guard. That's right, Lana. White people can sue for discrimination now. The Equal Employment Opportunity Commission is investigating Nike for alleged discrimination against employees. So the EEOC, if you don't know, has escalated. The EEOC is basically a group that they're over DEI inclusion and things like that. It was created under Title VII of the Civil Rights Act in 1964, and it prohibits workplace discrimination. It was created during the Civil Rights Movement, and Trump hired a lady. Her name is Andrea Lucas, and this is what she's saying. She's supposed to be the head of the EEOC right now. This is what she's saying.
Are you a white male who's experienced discrimination at work based on your race or sex? You may have a claim to recover money under federal civil rights laws. Contact the EEOC as soon as possible. The EEOC is committed to identifying, attacking, and eliminating all forms of race and sex discrimination, including against white male applicants and employees.
Oh my God. White people want to be oppressed so bad. Why do y'all want to be oppressed so bad? It's not fun. It's not fun to be oppressed, bro. Like, what?
Yeah, so now they can sue. They have the ability to sue. They have a lady in charge of the task force that's willing to escalate these things. So the EEOC has escalated its inquiry into Nike by asking a federal court to enforce a subpoena seeking additional documents. So there was a group there. So what they're alleging is that there are white people that was trying to work for Nike, didn't get hired, and they say they didn't get hired because DEI related goals that Nike had implemented at one point. So what do y'all think? Do you think that white people could get discriminated against?
No.
I actually think that they might have a case.
No.
I'm not going to lie to you guys.
No.
I'm not going to lie to you guys.
They got you.
I'm not saying what should happen. I'm saying what actually might happen. Because what they're saying happened with DEI is that because there were quotas of you need to have this many minority people, there may have been a candidate that was better than the minority candidate that was in the queue, but they had to pull so many minorities that people who deserved the position based on qualifications alone missed out on it because of DEI. So they're saying, shoot, if this happened to you, you could get some shmoney. I don't know, because if they were in a situation where that was what the federal government told them to do, how can you then be held liable when that was what the rule and the regulation was? And of course, the rule and the regulation was to make sure that Black people could actually get employed and weren't constantly looked over. So, I mean, I get it. I am curious where that goes, actually.
Be more qualified. How about that? Be more qualified. Because that's what they used to tell us. That's what they used to tell us. Why don't you just be qualified? Maybe if you were just more qualified, you would act. It's not DEI. You're not getting hired because you're black. You're not getting hired because you're not qualified enough. Be more qualified.
Because how you
get a degree.
You'd literally have to prove that the black person or woman or Asian, Hispanic, whoever the minority was less qualified.
Yes.
Like, how would you prove that? Because who's to say? You know, I've worked with people my whole life where I'm like, how did you get this
How'd you
job?
get the job?
You know, what were your qualifications? That happens all the time. So how could you be sure that, you know, they just got it just because they're black or just because they're Hispanic or Asian or a woman? You know, because white women apply to this as well. You know, white women made off really well with DEI, to be honest.
For sure.
Because they were considered the hire that was obligatory for DEI purposes, and they were still white. So they did make off very well with DEI, I will say.
I don't know. I think, like you said, it's more of a thing of history. Like, we've already missed out on so many jobs because there wasn't DEI. It's like, it's reparations, and it's not even just helping. It's not even just helping black people. This is helping the Mexican community, the Latino community, the Asian community. Well, actually, I've heard stats that it actually hurt the Asian community. I don't know. I'm gonna do some more research on it. But Nike said that they've tried to provide thousands of pages of documents for the subpoena action, and they're basically trying to work through this whole lawsuit right now. So.
Okay. Well, hey, before we go, we teased yesterday about the ballroom. These are the new pictures of the White House ballroom that are being constructed right now. It went from $200 million to $400 million, not paid for by taxpayer money, but just by very generous people, cough, cough, that just wanted to donate $400 million. There are lawsuits saying, y'all can't do this. This is way too expensive. Trump says, yes, I can. Presidents have always done sorts of renovations like these. So, you know, it's a conversation for another day, because we do have to go to commercial break, and we have a lot of Atlanta stories coming at you after the break.
A major move today. Hot 97 is expanding.
Hot 97 has launched a full streaming television channel.
Hot 97 is no longer just a radio station, it's now a streaming network.
Welcome to Hot 97 News. Let's dive into the news, because the news has been newsing.
Hot 97 mornings with Mero. We got Shiny Culture in the building. Leah Bell in the building.
Good morning.
And DJ Cass One.
You know what it is. You know how I get down with the Funk Flex energy, baby.
Let's get it, Flex.
Nobody don't want no smoke.
Wow, it got spicy real fast. Here for it all.
We're here for it all.
Let's go. Mariah Carey takeover.
The people made it happen.
Yeah.
I'm coming around to all the classrooms and we turning up.
Good morning, students. My name is Wale. Aren't you supposed to be in class? Oh, man, you supposed to be in class, man.
Rihanna has become a true worldwide icon.
Congratulations on the job. We listen to Hot 97 every day. We can't wait to hear you guys even more.
Hey, let's go!
Get ready. The legend is on your screen. Funk Flex, the man who defines hip-hop, is bringing the heat from the radio booth to your TV.
Where my camera at? That's my camera? All right.
The biggest beats, the hottest freestyles, and that classic Flex energy.
Bars are back.
Now in your living room. Don't just hear it, watch the movement. Funk Flex, now on Hot 97 TV, Mondays and Fridays at 7:30 p.m.
Welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta. First, here with Rondell with 2 N's.
What it do? Give it up to you.
And Million.
Hey, the fact that this is a reality.
Brand new live news show. I'm your host, Lana Harris. There is so much going on in this country and in this world.
Civil unrest. Nobody's going to trust that. Any of
this sounds, like I said, it sounds good.
Yeah.
It does sound beneficial.
You are watching Hot 97 TV.
What's poppin', Atlanta? It is another beautiful day in the neighborhood. You are watching Hot 97 News Atlanta. This is a brand new live news show where we talk about all the biggest stories in the city. It is Thursday, February 5th. I'm your host, Lana Harris, here with Rondell with 2 N's and Million.
Hey.
He was making faces at me.
I was.
When I was trying to give you that intro.
I ain't never heard you do the intro like that before.
I told you I was
Black
going to have
History
some
Month.
razzle
Okay,
dazzle.
my bad.
For Black History Month. Oh, you want to help me out with that? Okay, that's fine. All right, that's fine. That's okay. Okay. Well, we do have another Black History fact for you.
Yeah.
So here is Rondell with 2 N's with your 1 minute of Black excellence.
1 minute of Black excellence. Yes. Listen, in 1963, Wendell Scott became the first black driver to win a top-level NASCAR race, and officials were so unprepared for a black winner, they gave the trophy to a wrong driver, a white guy. They were like saying, "Sir, here you go. You look familiar. Here's the trophy. You look like you won this before. Here you go." And then quietly mailed Wendell his trophy later. That's not discrimination. That's premium racism with tracking. All right? So big ups to Wendell Scott to being the only black driver to win a sport in sports history. That's sponsored by USPS. I messed that up, but it's all good. Shout out to Wendell Scott, man. And that's been your 1 minute of Black excellence.
Power to the people, brother.
Amen.
Wendell Scott, man. That's dope.
And you're sure he's black.
Yes, he's black. That guy's black. Yeah, he's just light skinned.
The mustache kind of threw me off a little bit. The mustache kind of threw me off. That's not a black man mustache.
Oh, my grandfather has a mustache like that.
I was gonna say my grandfather actually also kind of have a mustache.
That was like a thing. That was like a thing back in the day. Like
Really?
like the mustache, a top lip mustache, and no other facial hair. That was it.
You got to look at the nose.
Yeah.
It's the nose.
Yeah, it's a
you
big
know,
nose.
Is it a black nose or not?
That is a black nose.
You know what I mean?
Also, this picture is like contrasted and blown. The colors are blown up. You know what I'm saying?
It could have been winter time.
It could have been
you
winter
don't have your full
your
summer
brown.
melanin.
Yeah. He's loading right now. You know what I'm saying? He is half screen.
The point is he won, and those people had the nerve to mail him his award,
which is wild,
which is crazy.
Crazy.
Also crazy is what's happening in these Metro Atlanta streets. People in the Metro still think the water is a little sus after 10,000 gallons of jet fuel dumped into the Flint River. Officials just confirmed that's how much dumped in. So this actually all stemmed from the spill that happened at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport on the 30th of January. And officials believe that was caused by just a valve failure in the airport's fuel system. But that is what started pumping into some people's houses in Metro Atlanta who get their water from the Flint River.
Wow.
Yes, man. So it led to the city of Griffin announcing a do not consume the water advisory, and crews just started working around the clock to clean it up. So apparently, about 8,300 gallons of fuel, 28,000 gallons of contaminated water, and 5 cubic yards of oil-soaked debris have been removed from the river and the airport property, but they're still working on it.
All right now, let's not. All right now, see how long it's taking y'all to fix the Flint, Michigan. All right, like y'all can't even fix roads fast enough out here in Atlanta. So look, we need water.
I stay right next to the airport.
Oh, dang.
Do you? Well, has your water been
Have you drank
tasting a little funny?
Bro, I drink tap water all the time. Oh my God, I'm cooked.
You gotta put a filter. Yeah, you gotta put a filter in your thing, man.
Oh, that just broke my heart.
Have you tasted the water differently?
Nah, I haven't been to the crib. Luckily, I haven't been to the crib recently. I've been kicking it with my girl, but like,
come on, girlfriend, saving your life.
Life-saving for sure.
He gonna get back, pour him a glass of water, and be like, "Ooh, this don't taste like her house at all."
Listen, so the advisory advisory was lifted. The city of Griffin and the Georgia Environmental Protection Division, the GEPD, lifted that advisory and said the water is safe to consume and to use, but the people have been noticing it smells a little funny. It tastes a little funny, that their tap water is coming out of the faucet smelling like fuel and gasoline, that there's an oily look to it and an oily feel to it. One person said the shower feels like it's leaving a residue on their skin and they itch a little. Itch just a little when they get out of the shower. People claim they smell jet fuel when they open the bathroom door after a shower and that they still smelled it after running the water for 2 hours trying to get rid of it. Other people have noticed the drinking water tastes, again, funny, and the do not consume advisory was lifted. People are saying they're getting headaches and digestive issues. And they just started to buy bottled water at this point.
Yeah, I wonder how long this is gonna last for, man, because this is I mean, we see what happened to Flint, Michigan, and that water still's not drinkable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't see how they even can conclusively say, because what is today, the 5th?
Today's the 5th.
And I want to say, can you look up when they lifted the do not consume advisory? How could you possibly have gotten all of that
fast
out of the river that fast? Now, I can say that they went to a different water source, at least temporarily. I don't know if they're still using a different reservoir, whatever, in the city of Griffin. But if you're in a situation where people have been told the water is fine, but I'm still smelling a little something, I still taste something, I'm still feeling, maybe it's, just like one of those situations where you think it, so you bring it upon yourself. So I think the water's bad, so I got a headache, kind of bring it upon yourself. I don't know. But
I'm looking at it. So the city of Griffin lifted the do not consume water advisory at approximately 10:15 on Friday, January 30th.
Friday?
So y'all figured it out in one day?
Yeah. Somebody would get sued or something, bro, because there's no way. Or my bill getting lowered or something. Something got to shake. What?
Because how am I paying you for water and buying bottled water because I can't use the water? Because you said it was fine, but I smell oil in my house.
Don't make no sense. Make math. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that math ain't math. And so I don't know how long this is going to last, but I hope they get it fixed very soon because, dog, buying bottled water now is not cheap.
Boy.
Bottled water now is expensive.
It's not cheap.
Even the cheap ones are expensive, bro. A 32 pack is $7, $8. It used to be $5.
Yeah.
So it's not cheap to get those packs of water no more, man.
That's so true.
Apparently, reporters have also gone out to the river and say they also still smell gasoline at the source and dead fish in the area. So the fish will tell you everything you need to know if it's clean or not.
Flat out.
If they're dead.
If they can't swim in it. You talking about this is a place where they live and and they not living, they just dead? Yeah, bro, what?
Man, officials said you can drink it. You can use it. I always do wonder because, they use science to determine that. They test the water. They make sure the samples are good enough. But who says how good enough is good enough? Because is it perfect or is it good enough? Is it technically fine? Boy.
It's all right.
That's right, yeah.
He got it. He said, it's all right.
It's all right.
I'm like, you drink it then.
Right.
You drink
Drink that sample right now.
That's what we need to start. That's what they need to start doing. Hey, we're going to lift this advisory up. Yes. No, we're not going to lift this advisory up. They need to start having them folks drink the water, bro. For real.
Crazy.
For real, man.
In other news in Metro Atlanta, specifically in Atlanta, Mayor Andre Dickens says ICE is not welcome here.
Come on now. And I shout out to Andre Dickens. He a real one, bro. So look, we all know that Atlanta is expected to host eight World Cup matches here and from June 15th to July 15th, which is a lot. So that's projected 300,000 visitors and roughly 500 million in economic activity. So as we're gearing up for our Mayor Andre Dickens, spoke out on yesterday, letting us know how he feels about ICE and them being around during the World Cup. So let's hear what he has to say.
Yeah, I mean, the uncertainty of the federal government's actions are unsettling for citizens and small businesses and even us as government officials. So I can't predict what the federal government will attempt to do at 11 sites of World Cup matches across the United States. We hope that their presence will be small, unnoticeable, negligible, invisible, and maybe non-existent. But if that isn't the case, we will make sure we get as much heads up as possible so that the small businesses and large businesses, by the way, and citizens will get ample information from us about what to expect, how to maintain your own dignity and rights, and how to, and we'll be making sure that we try to make these things painless and that we find ourselves continuing to have quality of life despite somebody's presence that I'm not inviting to come.
Hello, not inviting to come.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I see.
Yeah, no.
I was about to say, well, no, he's saying they're coming.
No, he
I
don't
see
want
what
them
you're
to come.
saying. He's saying I'm not inviting them, but it might happen anyways.
They have to come, but y'all are not invited
Gotcha.
at all. Well, but here's the thing, Mayor Dickens is so real as a person. Like when he does these speeches, sometimes I know it's not him doing the speeches. You know what I mean? Like another side of him be, his real side would be what I feel like creeping up sometimes, and that's how I felt in this. He's like, hey, bruh. Y'all can't even rock with us. So Atlanta don't want y'all here. And I respect it. And I think Andre Dickens will do a good job trying to keep Atlanta safe and trying to keep Atlanta, safe. And it is not the word I want to use. Try to keep Atlanta informed about what's going on when ICE is coming. You know what I mean? Because
I don't know. I'm just wondering if he's going to keep that same energy to the illegal immigrants that may be coming in here. I seen a study not too long ago, like a couple days ago, where it was like 400 or something thousand illegal immigrants was in Georgia. I wonder if he's just going to keep that same energy for the illegal immigrants. If you don't want ICE to come, don't want the illegal immigrants to come either. Because, mind you, I'm trying to find studies on it right now, trying to do some research as we get closer to the actual date of the World Cup. I'm gonna have more stats on it, but crime goes up. Not crime, but people are gonna be wanting to party. People are gonna want to get drugs out there. Who wants to go to a soccer game sober? I'm just saying.
I mean, got a point.
Some people might want to go there and have a really good time. Some people want to participate in sexual trafficking. Maybe.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Well,
mind you, we have a big airport, and we have one of the. Y'all saw the stats yesterday. One of the biggest sex trafficking cities in the country.
Not wrong.
So it's like, keep the same energy for those people that aren't supposed to be here too. I would hope, at least.
See, and where I stand on it is very firmly on, I didn't think that people should be getting hogtied in the streets when they are just here and they're living here and they're business owners and they didn't have any problem. I don't have any problem with that. I had a problem with the manner in which they were doing it more so. I totally understand. And honestly, I support them going and getting criminals out. They have a targeted list where I know this is a murderer. I know this is a rapist. I know this is a human trafficker. I know this is where they were. They just got released from the jail, from being in jail, and they're going over here. Yeah, please go get them. Get them out the community.
Yeah.
Great. You know what I mean? It's the intrusion on communities where people are swept up doing yard work and they've done nothing but just, done yard work and snuck into the country illegally. That's where it's like, oh, okay, I don't mind that. But I've also heard the argument, man, that people are losing out jobs to some illegal immigrants. And I get the frustration there too. I mean,
I'm just saying from when we've started working, I've seen a lot of dealings with the cartel. I didn't know Georgia had a really big drug crisis going on.
They were popping like that. Yeah,
we've been reporting on instance after instance of illegal immigrants at that coming in, funneling massive amounts of drugs in. And then in our communities, I mean, we just talked about some people that just got snatched up because they was selling drugs over there near Piedmont Park. So it's like, I don't know, man. I see that when this FIFA World Cup does come to Atlanta, the markets everywhere is going to boom. And that also includes the dark markets. So I think that people are getting prepared. People's like, all right, we really about to make some bank, whether it be illegal or not.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. At the same time, I guess I would be concerned if they're saying, the World Cup is coming here. What if we go full on Greg Bovino, Minneapolis, and just start going after anybody who looks Hispanic or colored? Because again, y'all don't want to believe it, but the people do sometimes mistake me for Dominican or something.
No, they don't.
So even though y'all don't want to believe it, when I get to saucing, I might get snatched up myself.
Okay.
You know what, you people.
She's especially a Boricua.
Yeah,
oh my God.
But the point is, like, anybody who looks brown in any way, I would hate for the World freaking Cup to come here where there's gonna be brown people around and y'all just start just bothering people. Now that would be crazy. Y'all better have a targeted list of who you plan to go get if you're gonna just be in these streets. And if in that case, as long as it's not where you guys are doing it in front of crowds and crowds of people where it's gonna cause a problem, it is what it is on the enforcement.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was saying, because to your point, because we are hosting people from all around the world. So we don't want to prove people right by saying, hey, America is just the worst down out country. We have an authoritarian government and we don't treat our citizens correctly. We don't want to prove that. So I don't see us going that far. But still, I would like to see, something to deal with the criminals.
Yeah. And I think to your point, Million, that's how I was kind of thinking about it too. Once again, we have company coming to the house. So it's almost like, hey, it's two ways I think about this. Either Mayor Andre Dickens is saying, hey, you're not invited because we got company over. And it's like you and your cousin, y'all always arguing at the cookout. So it's like, hey, this cousin coming over, so you can't come over this time, okay? Because he over here. But any other time, y'all can go over there and y'all can argue, y'all can fight. So it's like, I think of it one way. He's telling them y'all are not invited because we don't want no riffraff. We don't want these people thinking that we all crazy and stuff like this. Or he could really just not want ICE to be around his fellow Atlanteans. You know what I mean? Like that's how I think. That's how I'm thinking about it. One of those two ways. So
I took it to mean he doesn't want to see what's happening in Minnesota happen in Atlanta.
For sure, that too.
Especially when the World Cup is around. You know what I mean? And so that's what I think Tom Homan did. That is a big benefit to the Republican Party and to Trump, because Trump was watching his legacy just dwindle. How many times have we seen Republican lawmakers and Republican leadership say, we were supposed to be winning on illegal immigration? How are the Democrats winning on illegal immigration? This was our issue. This was really big. And somehow everybody hates us for how it's going down, because it's like nobody wants to see it done the way that it was being done. But at the same time, like nobody wants to see an illegal immigrant kill one of the visitors either. You know what I mean? So Andre Dickens can't have ICE out here harassing visitors, but he also can't have an illegal immigrant criminal murderer murder a visitor. Either way looks really freaking bad.
Looks terrible.
So ICE needs to come up here and target who they need to target, but they can't just harass anybody who looks brown. I think that's kind of what, because that's what he was saying. Like, I didn't invite him, but it is what it is. So we'll let you guys know what that's going to look like.
For sure.
And hopefully it's Tom Homan's version and not what we saw with Greg Bovino.
That's fair. That's fair.
Because y'all know city leaders have said that there's a potential ICE facility coming to Metro Atlanta that could open in a couple of months.
Yeah, this one is interesting. So city, like you said, city officials, that facility is supposed to be happening around Social Circle. City officials there were informed on Wednesday that the U.S. Department of Homeland Security is in escrow to purchase a vacant warehouse to convert into an immigration detention center. So they're trying to create a detention center in Social Circle. The facility could hold between 5,000 to 10,000 detainees, roughly equal to double the city's entire population of about 5,000 residents.
Wow. Jesus.
So they're coming down here and they're saying, look, we're going to get these people in here some way or another. And that's kind of alarming.
It's very alarming.
They're bringing double the amount potentially of detainees as they have citizens in that area.
It don't even make no sense.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what? And these detention facilities, I've seen reports that there are actually even lawsuits that some of these companies who are running these detainee facilities are making them work in a way where it's supposed to be voluntary, but forcing them to work for like $1 a day.
Wow.
And there are lawsuits for this. From what I've seen on the company side of that, they've said, hey, you can't get us in trouble for this, because then you'd have a bunch of companies who suddenly say, well, we don't want to do this work on behalf of the federal government. We don't want to partner with you guys. We don't want to help bring you guys detention facilities. But at the same time, if y'all are getting away with forcing people to work who should have a voluntary option to work, then we're talking about low-key slavery here. You know what I mean? Like, that's a very big charge. Again, they're just allegations, but you've heard all sorts of horror stories involved with these detention facilities, even in Minnesota, when reports were coming out and saying like they won't let people go to the bathroom, or they'll have a woman having to go to the bathroom in front of male officers, or they won't give us water, they won't treat people who are wounded, they won't, all these, terrible things. You saw Alligator Alcatraz. They're like, we got frogs in here. It's hot. We don't have AC. So we've seen them not treat these people with dignity and grace. Yes, they may be criminals, but they're humans. I really don't care, necessarily what they're accused of doing. I mean, unless it's something truly heinous, and it's like, you get what you get. But a lot of these people where you have kids who are swept up in this, women who were just accused of nothing but being here illegally. You didn't do anything. You snuck into the country, but does that mean you deserve to get treated like poo? Like we would treat animals better than the conditions you're in? I mean, that's something to think about at least.
Yeah, you definitely make a really valid point. And the fact that it's going to be so close is even scarier, because if you're not treating these people right, that's slavery. That's slavery basically going down right down the block from us.
Flat out.
Social Circle is not that far away. It's only like 40 minutes out. Like it's not that far away from Atlanta. It's very alarming. However, I understand it because I just hope that they do it the right way.
Yeah.
Just do it the right way out here in Atlanta. Please. That's all I ask. So Georgia is, they're saying that Georgia is home to an estimated 479,000 undocumented immigrants, according to a study in 2023. And ICE currently operates 6 detention centers in Georgia right now. So they're trying to really get this going out in Social Circle. This will be the 7th, and they're trying to make it happen. So we'll just have to see if they actually pull through. A lot of people over there on the Social Circle side, like Representative Collins, speaks out against this, and they don't want this to happen.
Interesting. What I also thought was interesting, kind of on the same vein, is that some experts are worried that the World Cup games are actually going to make conditions at the Fulton County Jail worse, as we're talking about detaining people.
So new research warns that upcoming FIFA World Cup games could worsen conditions at the Fulton County Jail. Large high-pro events typically lead to more arrests, which is so true, adding pressure to an already overcrowded and understaffed facility, which we know that Fulton County Jail is very understaffed.
Interesting.
And very, very much so overcrowded. So ACLU of Georgia released findings and recommendations. Policy advocate Shurti Lankshmanen says conditions pose serious health and safety risks. The jail is already over capacity and facing staffing shortages. Now, this is so very true, bro. I mean, we're expected to get 300,000 something people here in the city that aren't from the city.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And on top of that, you got people that already live in the city clashing with people that don't live in the city. So, it's a lot of things that it's a lot of things that can go wrong than right.
So this doesn't have anything to do with ICE per se.
No.
This is like a totally different. This is just regular jail activity.
Regular jail activity.
Yeah.
But it could potentially happen. Not even potentially. Definitely might happen.
Yeah,
they're saying Atlanta gonna cut up. Atlanta gonna cut up.
Somebody had said the other day, they said this is the wrong city for the World Cup. And I kind of agreed a little bit with them. A little bit. I said, they picked the wrong city to put the World Cup in, bro. We don't know how to act. Atlanta is one of them cities where you just don't understand. If you don't understand us, you don't get us. It is what it is. And that's just how we are. And we don't let nobody come in here and tell us anything else. So they picked the wrong city to put the World Cup in.
Because a lot of cities across the country will put in bids to be able to host these major events. And so, I understand why Atlanta gets chosen a lot. We have the airports, so it's easy to get here. A lot of people can get here. But sometimes, I do wonder, when they go downtown, how do you see that working out? When they go try to get to their car at a parking deck, how do you see those windows looking?
Dog, you thinking folks scamming now? Boy, wait till June 15th roll around, boy. Ooh. Yeah, you think these folks scamming now, but everybody gonna be scamming.
And what could maybe make it worse or better, I don't know, depending on how you think about it. Some people here in Atlanta say that there's a consideration to have an open container district ahead of the World Cup for downtown Atlanta.
Now, I just want to ask, before I even read this, what do y'all think? Because we literally just said that Atlanta's the wrong city to have the World Cup in, and they want to implement this. So a new open container district is downtown in downtown Atlanta would allow people to drink alcohol on designated downtown streets. Proposal comes as Atlanta prepares to host the Summer FIFA World Cup. Supporters say it could boost foot traffic, tourism, and downtown activity, which is all right.
It's true.
Which is very true.
It's very true.
But, bruh, now, I live in Alpharetta. Alpharetta is an open container city, okay?
I did not know that.
You can walk around and drink your drinks, and but it's Alpharetta.
But it's Alpharetta.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't do us like that. Don't do Atlanta like that, man.
Now, I used to live in Atlanta, bro.
Don't do them like that.
I used to live in West Midtown, so I know, bro. I know this.
Midtown.
I know the city. So listen, all I'm saying is, you giving somebody alcohol, and they can take a bottle of 1942 and walk around with it. You asking for problems. Next thing you know, they're going to be walking around with that, a hookah in their hand, some lamb chops on their, like, come on now, bro. You talking about a walking club at that point, dog. Like, what are we talking about, man?
Look, going to Magic City, walking out, man.
I don't think it's the best idea for Atlanta to do this.
I think it's funny because it's like, oh yeah, we're the cool city. Like, we're going to let you walk around and drink. But I also think that might be because so many people probably are going to do that anyway.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They might just be saying, like, police, don't even try to worry about it because the Fulton County Jail is too full. Maybe they don't have a choice.
That's a good point.
Because so many people you'd have to arrest the whole city at that point.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean?
That's a good point. That is a good point. I didn't even think of that.
I didn't either until this very moment.
Yeah, just let them do it.
Screw it.
Has Atlanta ever been open carry?
Negative. No.
Dang.
No.
So this is a trial run?
Yeah, it's a trial run.
During the World Cup?
During the World Cup.
Yeah, I don't think we want the trial one during the World Cup.
Nah, brother. Nah, not at all. So, but yeah, that's if you, take that information with it as you please. You know what I mean?
It's only up for consideration at this point.
Yeah. True.
So we'll see what happens, and we will take a quick break and be right back.
A major move today. Hot 97 is expanding.
Hot 97 has launched a full streaming television channel.
Hot 97 is no longer just a radio station, it's now a streaming network.
Welcome to Hot 97 News. Let's dive into the news because the news has been newsing.
Hot 97 mornings with Mero. We got Shiny Culture in the building. Leah Bell in the building.
Good morning.
And DJ Cass One.
You know what it is. You know how I get down with the Funk Flex energy, baby.
Let's get it, Flex.
Nobody don't want no smoke.
Wow, it got spicy real fast. Here for it all.
We're here for it all.
Let's go. Mariah Carey takeover.
The people made it happen.
Yeah.
I'm coming around to all the classrooms and we turning up.
Good morning, students. My name is Wale. Aren't you supposed to be in class?
I'm May. Where are you supposed to be?
Oh, May, you supposed to be in class, man.
Rihanna has become a true worldwide icon.
Congratulations on the job. We listen to Hot 97 every day. We can't wait to hear you guys even more.
Hey, let's go!
Get ready. The legend is on your screen. Funk Flex, the man who defines hip-hop, is bringing the heat from the radio booth to your TV.
Where my camera at? That's my camera? All right.
The biggest beats, the hottest freestyles, and that classic flex energy.
Bars are back.
Now in your living room. Don't just hear it, watch the movement. Funk Flex, now on Hot 97 TV, Mondays and Fridays at 7:30 p.m.
Welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta. Here with Rondell with 2 N's.
What they do? Give it up to you.
And Million.
Hey, the fact that this is a reality.
Brand new live news show. I'm your host, Lana Harris. There is so much going on in this country and in this world.
Civil unrest. Nobody's going to trust that. Any of
this sounds, like I said, it sounds good.
Yeah.
It does sound beneficial.
Welcome back, everybody. Hey, Lil Jon's son, DJ Young Slade, has been reported missing in Milton.
Yeah, Milton police issued a missing report for DJ Young Slade. His real name is Nathan Smith.
Yeah.
He's 27 years old. And this is what we know. They say Smith ran out of his home Tuesday around 6 a.m. Police say he may have been disoriented at the time. He left his phone behind, raising concerns for his safety. So on Tuesday afternoon, News Chopper 2 showed Milton's officers searching the neighborhood along Mayfield Road. As of now, there's no leads or no clues of his whereabouts, which sucks, man. Which sucks. You never want to hear about anybody missing, especially an Atlanta icon like Lil Jon's son. You know what I mean? Like, and I actually, it's crazy. I actually know DJ Young Slade. He frequents a few of the bars that I used to go to, and cool dude. Yeah, cool dude. We had a few run-ins, not nothing like crazy, but a few run-ins, but it sucks, man. It definitely does suck. So here's the description of him if you guys just so happen to run into him or see him. He's 5'9", approximately 150 pounds. And yeah, there's nothing too much that they have about what he was wearing when he left the house. But have any information, please call 678-297-6300. That's Milton Police. And hopefully we can get this man home safely.
Hopefully. And it doesn't say like why he was disoriented, right?
Nope.
Was it, man?
Doesn't say anything.
Man.
Yeah.
Man, and it's so crazy because I've been like watching like recent interviews of Lil Jon. I watched the one like maybe last month or something like that, and Lil Jon just seems so peaceful and at peace.
Yeah,
like he seemed like he was changing his life for the better. I think at one point he was a heavy alcoholic and going through a lot in his life, but like he changed it and he started getting into spirituality. I mean, he just released a spirituality album. And like for stuff like this to happen, it's just like super unfortunate, man. 27 years old, too young.
Yeah. So hopefully whatever disoriented him, maybe he'll get clear-headed enough to find his way home, because not leaving your phone at home these days is crazy. Because we were talking about that the other day. You need a GPS in some cases, and you don't have anybody to call. There's not pay phones out there anymore, you know what I mean? So you're gonna have to stop a stranger on the street and say, hey, can I use your phone? So hopefully that ends up with everything okay, because that's sad. I'm sure it's very scary, of course, for his parents as well. Meanwhile, what do y'all have going on in Mapleton? There was an argument that apparently ended with a man getting run over by a car. Now that's crazy.
It's not funny. It's not funny. But wait till y'all hear this story, okay?
Okay.
So Quinetter K. Johnson. First of all, that's a name.
Quinetter.
Quinetter?
With an R.
Quinetter K. Johnson, 47 of Riverdale, was allegedly sitting in her 2008 Chevrolet Malibu and engaged in a verbal argument with a man on September 21st, 2025 at approximately 12:45 a.m. The driver's side door was open while the man stood near the driver's side quarter panel. Police say Johnson suddenly accelerated without warning. The open car door struck the man, knocking him to the ground. The driver's side, this is not funny. I'm sorry. The driver's side rear tire then partially ran over him. Yeah, I don't know what y'all got going on or what that argument is about, but Lord Jesus.
How are people getting in these toxic relationships?
Toxic is an understatement with this one, bro. You ran over this man. ran. Oh, have you ever wait, okay, just out of curiosity, have you ever had a girl just like had to just bow, just hit you before or something like that?
I've never
Okay.
really had a toxic relationship.
Okay.
I don't be doing stuff like that.
Oh,
You?
yeah, 100%.
You do?
That's on brand.
I've had
On brand.
Well, I've had toxic
I
relationships.
just feel like that's on brand.
Yeah, I've had toxic relationships. Yeah. It never got physical or anything, but it's definitely been on some like verbal like argument and stuff like this. But I never once in my life wanted to run over nobody though, bruh.
Did she want to run over you?
Probably for sure. So, crazy thing is, so he ended up getting suffered a broken femur. I don't know where the femur is, but it sounds
that's your leg.
That's your
thigh.
leg. That's your thigh?
That's your thigh.
God,
that's your thigh bone right there.
Really?
Yeah.
That's upsetting. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out what they were arguing about. 47 verbal argument. 2008 Chevy Malibu. Riverdale, it just all sounds ghetto. It just sounds ghetto. Is what I'm saying. The whole situation sounds ghetto.
It's you trying to get clues from Malibu. Imagine police doing that. Riverdale. Yeah, guilty. Mm-hmm.
Hey, bro.
That is crazy. Yeah, there's like not an argument in the world. Because I wonder if it's an accident. The way that it all plays is that, okay, if I'm just trying to zoom because I'm just sick of talking to you and I'm out, I'm bouncing. And the driver's side door was open. Well, the driver's side, so my door is open.
Yeah.
And the man is standing near the quarter panel. And I accelerate. Then I knew or I should have known that you were going to get hit.
Oh, she did this on purpose. You think this is for show?
Allegedly.
At the same time, right? Allegedly. At the same time, she may not have known it was going to knock him to the ground.
True.
In which case, the driver's side rear tire wouldn't have run him over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of things. I just want to know what they was arguing about. In order for you, brother had to been cheating or something. Or he had to be doing something that we weren't supposed to be doing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Or she may have been the problem. I mean,
We don't. Yeah.
We don't know.
You're right. She might have been a problem. You know what I'm saying? I seen her. Pull a picture up one more time. Let's see if she was the problem.
She meaning whomever did this.
Yep, she was the problem. Yep, 1,000%.
That looks like an upstanding citizen.
Nah, I'm playing. She probably,
and her hair looks good.
Yeah, she was probably fed up.
She just got that done.
She was fed up. I'm fed up with that man face. I was fed up with him. I was fed up with the lies. I was fed up with the cheating. I was fed up with everything.
Yeah.
She probably was sitting in jail like, yeah, I did it. And so what?
You just making stuff up.
No, it's just me being funny. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, does he break up with her? Does he bond her out?
Well, that's the thing. So here's the crazy part about this entire thing. So her bond was set at like, she just got bonded out at she was released February 1st at approximately 5 p.m. and her bond was set for $15,000. They didn't say who bonded her out.
Oh,
you dig what I'm saying? It never said who bonded her out. No, you dig what I'm saying? So he could have went and got his boo. You know. He could have
just making stuff up.
We're not saying it's true, but we saying he could have went and got his little boo thing. He said, "Hey, baby, you know that time you hit me with your car? I forgive you. Come on home, baby. Come on."
Yo, that is real love.
Some ghetto love right there.
Love. That is real love. You could break my bones and I'll still be with you. I'll still be with you. I'll still forgive you. That's a whole nother level of love right there.
That is toxic if true.
Toxic. I'm letting you know now, baby. You break anything on my body.
Exactly. Time to go.
I'm out the door. You can break my pinky toe. I'm gone. Flat out.
Oh, man. You know what's also crazy? 2 people from Marietta are accused in breaking into people's storage units. That is so disrespectful. Because, when you got stuff in a storage unit, you just need a space. You want it to be safe. You want it to be clean. You don't want roaches. And to know it got broken into is crazy.
It is kind of messed up, though, bro. I've never had my things. I've never used a storage unit.
Yeah.
Have y'all?
No, in fact, but I've needed to, and I've ended up like storing it at people's houses specifically because I know y'all break into storage units here.
It don't make no sense. So this is what happened, man. Richard Winston Wood, 31, and Christian Cole Randall, both of Marietta, are accused in a storage unit burglary on November 8th between midnight and 2 a.m. Okay, so this is what they say happened. Investigators say Wood and Randall broke into units 4202 and 4226. Items reported stolen included cameras, power tools, and film equipment. Now, here's the thing. All the property that they stole was recovered from the apartment of Wood, where Wood lived. So here's the interesting thing about this whole thing is Randall previously rented a unit at the same facility in 2024. The unit was later auctioned for non-payment. So when you don't pay you get your unit auctioned. So Randall's former unit was on the same level as the units that were burglarized.
Oh.
So my thought is that maybe the unit that got auctioned, he went and stole his stuff back.
His own stuff.
He went and stole his own
that
stuff
was his.
back. But it doesn't belong to him anymore because it got auctioned. So technically it's not his anymore. It is whoever bought his unit.
That is funny.
Crazy, right?
That's crazy because I was literally thinking like, man, what are the odds you break into a storage unit and it has cameras and power tools and film equipment and stuff that's like, man, I just hit the jackpot. Because you could break into a storage unit and it has like nothing in there.
No, for
or
sure.
somebody's old pictures that they just didn't want to store at home or something like that. And I was like, that's a heck of a haul. It does sound quite personal.
But here's it doesn't say that was his unit, but it definitely sounds like
it could have
been his unit that he was getting his stuff back.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because records say that text messages between Wood and Randall are talking about how they're going to how they'll be splitting all the items that they stole.
The proceeds.
So it's like, were they stealing his own stuff? Like what? Because those are two specific, units that they knocked out. You know what I mean?
The plot thickens.
It thickens.
So if the suspects are accused of having text messages that say that they're going to sell all the stuff and split the proceeds, that's not I'm stealing my stuff back. That might be like I saw what was going in there. And then I saw the process of them taking those units, and I think that the stuff might still be in there. So what if we just broke up in year and sold it?
Flat out. Have you ever seen the unit? Have you ever watched like the auctioning wars for the units and stuff?
Have, yeah.
Hey, bruh, some of those stuffs in those auctions, on those units are like expensive.
Those shows make me want to go to the auctions.
I thought about buying one before, bro.
$100.
I thought about buying one. I've seen all kinds of like Pokemon cards and like shoes and hats and like real old records and stuff. And I'm like, this could be interesting. I might want to do this.
So to your theory, you're saying that he could have possibly at one point owned that storage unit.
So that's maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Now it's up in the air.
Maybe.
Because I'm looking at it right now. It says storage units could cost from anywhere from $60 to $200 per month. Right. And then they only give you, from what I'm looking at right now, it says storage units are typically auctioned after 30 to 90 days of non-payment.
Right.
So if I miss a day, a month of payment or 3 months of payment, you just gonna get rid of my stuff?
Yes.
Boy, yes.
Yes.
And sell it to somebody
sell
else.
it to somebody and sell the entire unit to somebody else.
Not even let you.
You come back to your unit trying to be like, let me come grab. Nope, gone.
Lock.
Once that money is that transaction has happened, your stuff is no longer yours anymore, sir. I bought this unit. Everything in here belongs to me. Bruh, I seen one time, and this is a YouTube video, somebody had bought somebody's unit, and bruh, in that unit was like old heirlooms of this dude's grandma and pictures of his grandma, all kinds of stuff, bruh. And the dude felt so bad, he ended up contacting the dude and was
That's
like,
good.
hey, bruh, here's your stuff back. But there are stuff in these units that are like that are people just like, oh man, I'm about to sell this. This is a 24 karat gold necklace. Yeah. And it's probably his grandmother's or his granddad's that gave him to him a while ago. And it's like, yeah, dude, I'm about to sell it. That's crazy, bruh.
And it's crazier in that scenario because even if you tried to do the right thing and said, look, man, I don't want these pictures of your grandma. I don't want to trash it. I bet they would also be like, man, I had some gold watches in there too. You want to give and new.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because then you got to be the bad guy.
You got to be the bad guy.
Because I'm still taking the rest of this stuff. I bought it.
100%. Now, I think I read online a while ago that, man, you can make, after flipping certain units, bruh, some people will pay for a unit for like $1,500, man, and make like $20,000 off the unit because you never know what's in the unit. You can be old gun, you just never know. So it is a lucrative business. It's very lucrative if you get on, you hit a gold mine and you hit the best unit ever. So I always tell people at least go try it at least once. My aunt does it.
Really?
Yeah, my aunt
But
does
you
it.
could also lose a lot of money.
You lose a ton of money.
Yeah.
And she don't
It's a gamble.
She don't even flip nothing. She just buy the units and keep everything. She just Hoard everything.
I just want some stuff.
Yeah, hoard everything, bro.
I just want what y'all got. I just want it.
Just hoard it all. Everything in them units, bro. She just hoard everything, bro.
How much do they usually auction this stuff out for? Usually, like she paying like $60 to like $100.
It just depends on how big the unit is. And here's the messed up thing about it: you only can open the doors to the unit and look in. You can't move the stuff around. So you open it up, they show everybody like, hey, this is what the unit looks like on the inside.
Oh,
you can't. All you can do is this right here. Look around. Okay, I see that over there. Okay, that box might have something good in it. Oh, I see that, and that's it.
I didn't even know you could look. I thought they did it like sight unseen.
Oh no! That's not a surprise.
That's
auction.
Interesting.
No, you
Okay.
actually get to see what's in the unit first, but you don't get to go inside the unit and see anything. So it's kind of weird. Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very fun. I'm saying we should go do it one day.
Let's do it.
It's units right across the street.
War.
Yeah. It's right. There's literally one right across the street. We should go do it.
A little challenge, see who could flip their money the best.
Yeah, 100%. Everybody gets $100 and see if we can buy a unit for $100.
Okay.
That would be an interesting thing to come back and tell y'all just what happened.
What happened?
We could record it.
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
100%.
Meanwhile, a loitering complaint turned into a drug trafficking arrest in DeKalb County.
How do y'all get yourself in trouble like this? So, like, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
If you know you're doing stuff like this, bro, you can't be breaking all the rules.
Not at the same time.
Not at the same time. You got to break one or the other. So this is what happened. Officers with the DeKalb County Police Department were conducting patrols on February 3rd at an apartment complex. Residents had reported loitering and suspected criminal activity in the area. Million, this is something you would do. All right. You see something, you say something. You know, that's what you would do. Officers noticed a vehicle that had been parked for an extended period. When police attempted to make contact, the individual fled on foot. All right, you shouldn't run. Officers pursued and arrested the suspect shortly after. Police searched the vehicle. Following the arrest, and authorities say they uncovered everything. A large illegal quantity of illegal items. This is just a list of things. So 2 loaded firearms, trafficking level. Then this is trafficking levels, quantities of MDMA and cocaine, marijuana packages for distribution, ammunition, drug distribution, paraphernalia, and undisclosed amounts of cash.
I would be sick watching them just bag up all my cash like this, man. I mean, come on.
There you go, Million. I know this is a story you wanted to hear about, brother. This is something you wanted to hear about.
The importance of being a Karen.
Oh, my gosh.
That person needs to get an award from whoever the housing association is over there. They need to get a reward. They need to get an award, a ceremony. They need it all because you just protected your community. That's what you're supposed to do. See something, say something.
Amen.
And in this case, suspicious. And she was right, or he or whoever was right.
It's about 10% of the time, bro. This is about 10% of the time that somebody saw something and that they were correct, bro.
You're looking like you've been there too long.
Like
rather safe than sorry. That's what they say. Rather safe than sorry.
So what you gonna tell on everybody you see that's doing something suspicious?
If I don't know you and you on my block and you just standing there for a long time, loitering, yes. I'll make a call.
Were they in a car or were they standing? What was the situation?
They were, let me see.
Because I do think it's different if somebody is standing there versus like if you just see a car.
The vehicle. They were sitting
Even better.
They were sitting in the vehicle.
I don't even know what you're doing in this. You're not going to hotbox on my block.
Oh, my God.
Promise you that. You're not going to do it in my neighborhood.
Right,
so
Mr.
would you call the police or would you go peeking in there? What would you do?
It depends. I'm a man, so I'll probably just knock.
You go knock on the window?
Like, hey, guys, what's going on? Or if I get too close, I smell something, I'll just turn right back around and call the police. That's what you're supposed to do. Protect your communities at all costs.
I know that's right, Million.
No, that's Lana. What?
That is funny. You know what? I really don't pay enough attention, honestly,
Me
to
neither.
know that somebody's sick. Because I'm minding my business in my house.
Who made you the superhero of the neighborhood, though?
Neighborhood watch, baby.
It's not a superhero, though. That's what I'm saying. You're paying the bills here. You're in charge of making sure that your kids have a place to go in your community safely.
I
do not want my kids to come outside and they seeing drug dealers. What What are we talking about here? Yes, I'm gonna call the police anytime I get an inkling. Anytime I get an inkling.
Okay, now let's flip the roles real quick. I just want to ask you. Now, what if you go into a nice, very white populated neighborhood, right? And you just so happen to sit outside because you're waiting on a friend. You sit outside, you're waiting on a friend. Somebody says, hey, there's a white whatever car sitting outside just waiting. How do you feel, Million?
I would understand. I would truly say that I understand because it's like, I get you're just trying to protect your neighborhood. I'm going to comply. I'm going to talk with the officer. Hey, officer, I get what you're doing. I'm here trying to meet up with somebody. Just if you want to sit here and wait with me, you can. But I got stuff I got to do. No, because it's their community. Black people, we need our own community so we could do this too. That's all I'm saying, y'all.
Okay, I hear you. This has happened to me. That's all I'm saying.
You've been profiled?
Yeah, 100%. I used to teach swim lessons out this lady's backyard, and I have a red car, and teaching swim lessons. And during my break, I was sitting in my car eating, and the police officer rose up right behind me, knocks on my window, goes, "Hey man, somebody just called. They said somebody was sitting outside the pool." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm teaching swim lessons." So it kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you know
that would have hurt my feelings. You know what I mean?
Hurt my feelings a little bit. Like, dang, I am very safe. I am a very safe black person. I hate to break it. Very safe. Not street by any means. So hurt my feelings a lot for him to be like, "Hey, sir, we got a call that a suspicious person was sitting outside." It's like, dog, I'm not doing suspicious at all.
I'm just doing swim lessons.
Yeah, and if you've seen the car I drive, then it's like definitely not suspicious at all.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I get it. And I was a kid at one point too, so when I was 18 years old, I remember having a police officer pull up on me when I was sitting in the car, but I had a young lady with me at the time.
Okay.
So we were doing something we weren't supposed to be doing. And the police was like, "Hey, I just called. You guys look suspicious. It's a car sitting out here on our block, just sitting there." And, we stopped. To their point, we were doing something we weren't supposed to be doing. So,
Hold
I
on.
get it.
Hold on.
Yeah, nope, Lana. Nope.
Just let it go.
Nope.
Just move past it.
No, Lana.
Just move past
we
it.
know. We know.
Just move past
This
it.
is
Just move past it.
I just wanted some details. What does that mean? Yeah, we want to know.
Yeah.
We want to know.
Well, just like I said, I was a kid at one point.
You were a kid at one point.
I was a kid at one point.
okay.
Man.
Well,
Yeah.
that could actually get you arrested.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes
you could have got arrested. Sorry.
Right. Sometimes it is. At that point, they did the right thing. That's all I'm saying.
You feel as if you should have gone to jail?
Not go to jail. I mean, the officer, 9 times out of 10, if you just comply, they're not going to tell you to go to jail. They're just going to be like, "Yeah, can you just leave the vicinity?"
Okay, quick question. Do you think you did the wrong thing or they were not minding their business?
I was in their business. I was in their neighborhood.
Oh, you're lost.
How am I lost? If you're in my neighborhood, if you are in my neighborhood, if you are in my community, I have the right to be involved as much as I want in my community. And if it means that I have to call police over to say, "Hey, what's going on here? I don't like how those people are moving. Come check it out." I want my neighborhood and my community to be as safe as possible. I think anybody should be wanting to do that.
Amen.
Oh, spare me.
Well, you know what? They're trying to do something very similar in Florida. Florida wants you people out of here. In fact, they're saying that if you are in Georgia and a violent criminal, we'll pay for your ticket to go back to Georgia. Now, I've never heard of this before, but I think that is hilarious.
I didn't hear it until I read this story, actually, which is...
I low-key don't even believe you.
You don't believe that I read the story?
I don't believe this is, because this is crazy.
It's a real thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
What happened?
So look, Miami Beach police reached an unusual agreement with a longtime violent offender, Perry Smith, to remove him from the city by paying for a one-way ticket back to Georgia. All right. The decision was made after years of repeated arrests, releases, and continued violence affecting residents and visitors. So I mean, he has caused so much destruction. They was like, "It's time for you to go."
They said, "Look, man, where you from? Let me just buy you a ticket."
You got to wrap this up, big dog. Now, Smith is described by Miami Beach Police Department as a career criminal with an extensive history in Miami-Dade County. Officials And officials and victims describe him as a persistent violent offender with a long rap sheet, okay? So body camera that we got some footage for you shows one of the officers offering Smith a choice to leave Miami Beach and relocate to Georgia. Officers asked if he'd be willing to live with his mother, offering to pay for his transportation, and Smith agreed.
How crazy do you have to be to get kicked out of Florida? That is crazy.
That's
to get kicked
really
out of
good
Florida,
question.
that's a feat, y'all.
Facts,
that's a feat,
bro.
Hey, he was wildin', man. Dang.
He said,
Boy.
how crazy do you have to be to get kicked out of Florida is such a bar, because what?
Not only getting kicked out, though, but how crazy you have to be for Florida officials to be like, look, man, we will pay for you to leave. Where do you want to go? Where does your mama stay?
Yeah,
do you want to go
right.
live with your mama? What if we bought you a one-way ticket? Would you go? Persistent. They said this rap sheet is as long as my arm.
Wow.
So we please. And he just agreed to the proposal. Yeah, okay, I'll go.
He probably was tired.
He was waiting for y'all to say,
Yeah.
let me see how much crime I can commit before they'll send me to my mama's house.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, man, he was like robbing people. He was beating up random people. He was robbing random people. All white, by the way. Like, I didn't see anybody in there. Like, I only saw like 2 or 3 people, and they are white. So I'm just guessing that he just had a demographic that he targeted.
Black history.
Okay,
Black history month.
It's kind of crazy.
Terrible.
But it is like super wild for him to do that much stuff and them like literally want to kick him out of Florida. I mean, we don't want him here either. To be totally honest with you, I'm gonna keep it a buck. You know what I mean? If he's doing all that in Miami, we don't want him here.
His mom did want him here. His mom agreed to take him in, supported the relocation, and welcomed him in with open arms, according to police.
That's what a mom's supposed to do, regardless of what you're going through.
Man, but like, imagine you are that mom, and they just told you, look, he's committed so much crime here, we are paying for a one-way ticket so he can just leave.
Yeah, that phone call must have been crazy. Yeah, that phone call must have been. Why? Excuse me, Miss Smith. Is this Paris Smith, Mom? Yeah, that's it. Hey, look, your son has caused destruction down here in Miami. Would you mind if we send him back? What? I didn't even know he was gone. I didn't even know he left the house. When did he leave? Girl, he been gone for years.
He's been traumatizing this community for years.
He been gone for years. Like, what do you mean? So, thank you, Mr. Miami, for getting him out. But
listen, apparently in one of the bond hearings, Smith was recorded threatening a judge, saying, "You are going to die 1,000 deaths."
Wow.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, this man was like, they said, "Please, let me pay to get him anywhere."
Yeah. He was wilding out there in Miami, bro.
So picture he's sitting on your block and you
All right,
don't know him. And he's just looking on it. He just walking around loitering on your block. Make that call. You just saved your community. That's all I'm saying, bro.
I mean, you got a point, but
that's all I'm saying.
I didn't want to agree with him, but he has a point.
With that said, that does it for us today. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We will see you guys tomorrow.
Peace.
A major move today. Hot 97 is expanding.
Hot 97 has launched a full streaming television channel.
Hot 97 is no longer just a radio station, it's now a streaming network.
Welcome to Hot 97 News. Let's dive into the news because the news has been newsing.
Hot 97 mornings with Mero. We got Shiny Culture in the building. Leah Bell in the building.
Good morning.
And DJ Cass One.
You know what it is. You know how I get down with the Funk Flex energy, baby.
Let's get it, Flex.
Nobody don't want no smoke.
Wow, it got spicy real fast. Here for it all.
We're here for it all.
Let's go. Mariah Carey takeover.
The people made it happen.
Yeah.
I'm coming around to all the classrooms and we turning up.
Good morning, students. My name is Wale. Aren't you supposed to be in class?
Wale, where are you supposed to
Oh, man, you supposed to be in class, man.
Rihanna has become a true worldwide icon.
Congratulations on the job. We listen to Hot 97 every day. We can't wait to hear you guys even more.
Hey, let's go!
Get ready. The legend is on your screen. Funk Flex, the man who defines hip-hop, is bringing the heat from the radio booth to your TV.
Where my camera at? That's my camera? All right.
The biggest beats, the hottest freestyles, and that classic Flex energy.
Bars are back.
Now in your living room. Don't just hear it, watch the movement. Funk Flex, now on Hot 97 TV, Mondays and Fridays at 7:30 p.m.
Welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta. Here with Rondell with 2 N's.
What it do? Give it up to you.
And Million.
Hey, the fact that this is a reality.
Brand new live news show. I'm your host, Lana Harris. There is so much going on in this country and in this world.
Civil unrest. Nobody's going to trust that. Any of
this sounds, like I said, it sounds good.
Yeah.
It does sound beneficial.